project day, and I say project day, it is preparation moving day. So it's time to get everything taken care of before we leave. That needs to be done either 3-4 days in advance. And the one thing that we do that we have not done in a while or at all since we got here was checked our tire pressure outside of just our TPM system. TPM system. We've looked at it when we parked. We haven't looked at it since. So now we're going to check the air in the tires. If they are deflated some, we're going to fill them up to its 110. I'm going to put the new TPM monitors on the truck, even though the truck already has them. But because the receiver, for some reason, stopped working, the company sent me a whole new set. So, well, might as well put the new set on the truck. And then I'm going to carry on, or we'll carry on with a couple of projects. I want to put new gaskets on the windows because I did notice that a couple of them were peeling off. And, go underneath the underbelly and check every screw, even underneath the slides, check every screw that I can and make sure it is tight before we leave. And I believe I get on the roof to make sure the roof, there's no cuts, I know there's no leaks. I've gotten up there before, but just to make sure my Eternabond looks good, I'm going to press on it everywhere. And then I think tonight I'm going to clean the roof for its seasonal conditioning. So, first things first, taking off the TPM and putting air in the tires if needed. Okay,
I'm just taking off the tire covers. We bought these because, well, especially for Arizona or like, southern states, the sun will heat up the tires and dry rot them. So for the longevity of the tires, we got these. And this is what, our second pair?
No, these are the first.
Are they?
We have not replaced our tire covers since we bought them in.
I know, but these were like pristine white, and you already see that the sun has like changed them to an almost yellow color.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, dirt and we don't clean them. I wouldn't mind getting a black pair next, but even then, it would be nice to actually clean them. Okay,
so I need the tool to take these off. So you can't just twist these off, which is great because people know that these are expensive. So you have to have a tool to unscrew the back part of it in order to take them off.
Yeah, there's
you're going to take the tool and you're going to rotate as if you're going to tighten the back screw, which seems backwards, but that's how you have to loosen them up.
I'm going to reset, I think I'm going to end up resetting them.
And then you'll take the TPM system and just unscrew it your normal lefty-loosey. And then you can finish taking the nut off.
And here are the ones that are already marked with the ones I'm giving you already have trailer stickers on them. So
there you go. Yeah. Whoa, man. Okay. I need the tool. Not that one.
What's that?
I need the the gauge. Gotta get my chair, connect your back, and one other thing. Doing men's work. Ooh. Ready to go.
Recording.
Okay, so we aired up the tires. 110 is the max PSI. I know most tires don't, require that much, but that's whatever's written on your trailer is what you're gonna put it to. So right now I'm putting the anti-theft screws back on. I'm not gonna tighten it too tight because you're gonna have to pull it back once I get the sensors on. All right, Cody, can you hand me the sensor?
Yep. That is back right.
Back
so,
right.
So, if you could show the camera.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter. The sticker's just put on there, so it just makes it quicker.
Right. Yeah.
And it comes with other stickers that you could switch them with, but that one's marked with the back tire symbol on it.
Is it focusing?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I mean, no. When you buy that, you'll see it.
Okay.
Oh, and this is. Forgot to even bring that up. This is Gouta. Ba-ba. This is not sponsored. I mean, it could be. If you guys want to Anyways.
Okay, so you're gonna screw these on. You gotta kind of be a little quick with it. It's gonna leak a little bit of air, just a smidge.
And definitely okay.
Okay, so I got that on pretty tight. And then I'm gonna use, well, I'll use my finger first to tighten it. So you're gonna go left, which seems backwards again. And then you're gonna take your tool, it'll go behind the sensor, and you're gonna tighten it up to the left. So that way, when you go try to take the tire pressure monitor, oops, again, I got to tighten it a little bit more. When you go take the TPMS off, then nobody can do it without this tool.
Unless they go find a small wrench and really want to dig at it. And if they want it, they can have it. But if they put that kind of effort in there, I guess they earned it.
I guess nothing's completely death-proof. Okay, now I can't take it off. All right. So we're going to do the other side, and then we'll do all 4 tires.
All right, Arrealle has finished the wet side of the camper. It is on. Gonna hit code. I'll admit I get nervous showing stuff like this, and all of a sudden the device just says, "No, I'm not gonna work. I detect a camera."
Tilt it down some.
There we go. So left front tire is showing. Bring the code up, or bring the receiver up to here. Tap code. It's in there. Now I do the other side. Next tire. Nope. We're good. Well, we'd be good if the camera would show we're good. There we go. All right. So, and not to be alarmed with the 106 and 107, I could assume that that's how the amount of pressure that we might have lost just in the screwing on. Do you think that'd be right in saying that?
I mean, that's what the other side was showing, but I mean, it could be. The reader on the gauge that's on the actual cobalt.
Yep.
Could be off a little bit.
Okay.
But it's gonna warm up, so I'm gonna account for that.
And we'll get another measure just so we have. I don't mind having 3 different ones. Plus, we carry one in the truck anyway, and that one broke, and we never replaced it.
Yeah,
all right.
it's gonna be close enough.
Let's go do the truck. Alrighty. It's pretty quick. I'm gonna go do the same thing on all the other tires. Now that the TPM system has been installed, I'm gonna start looking at all the screws in the RV. And that, I mean every screw. I'm gonna look under, I'm gonna look on the side, and I'm gonna look on top. Luckily there are no screws, I believe, on the RV that are on top, meaning in this downward direction. Let me not eat my words. But anyways, the slides, I'm usually trying to keep this organized because I don't want to break away from the slide and then go to something else and then come back to the slide, because then that pattern of how I'm supposed to look might kind of go away. But as I look up the slide, and I don't think you're going to be able to see it as well as I can. Let's see here. I'm actually trying to bring the camera up there so you guys can see it. One of the screws has been burned. So if you were actually able to see that, that top screw, better. For anybody that's picky about the level of a camera, that top screw has backed out just a little bit. Now I actually have replacement screws for the slide out, and I believe I have deck screws. Anything that I screw back into this RV is a deck screw. Every time I've taken apart a deck back at Mom's house, the screws looked like we just bought them, except that the head looked a little ugly, but they were good as gold, and I was able to would reuse a lot of them. So I'm gonna do the slides, then I'm gonna come back around, and I'm actually gonna get underneath the slides and look at the screws down the bottom. The screws that I have down here, well, I'm gonna take you with me. Now, remember, my channel is not a good technical channel as far as words go, but all the screws that run down this beam that are underneath the slides, I've replaced all the screws there. All the nuts are now lock nuts. And that's because one day I came here just to look at all the cords and stuff, and I started touching everything. Well, the screws, the nuts that are down here, I was able to take 2 of them off with my hand. So I've now put lock nuts on there. I also have lock nuts that run the line of the slide down this way as well, because again, I had one loose one, and I don't want to experience whatever that would be should that come loose to that extent. Other than that, I pretty much know where to put my eyes for all the screws down here. So that would cover the slide, that would cover under the slide. The rest would be the trim along the edges of where the wheels are at. I'll show you that in just a sec. Okay, the next part are the screws along the fender. We've replaced ours on the backside because it was cracking and then the wind was catching it and moving it. Well, look what we got here. A couple of cracks in here. The one thing about this area, I do not tighten these screws. Like, I don't try and tighten them very hard. I just twist it, and if I feel any resistance, I stop. These are the stock ones that came with it. The other one is an aftermarket one. It is from Coachman, and I don't believe they make these things any stronger than what comes from whoever produces these. Coachman does not make these; they get these parts. So I'm gonna have to order another one. I'm not going to order until this cracks and falls off. I hate to say that, but I really don't like the way it looks. It's ugly to me. It's trashy to me. But it is what it is. And I believe a lot of this cracking, if it's not for over tightening, it's also going to be just the plastic, and this was getting hit by the sun in Arizona, the sun in Florida, the sun in Arkansas, the sun in not Texas, but the sun in Kentucky. So over time, this just has to get replaced. Okay, the next spot, don't even have to go very far, is right here in the door. I have replaced screws, not these ones exactly, but I should say, flip the camera this way. I have had to tighten these screws and these screws, and also the screws that make up, there we go, the screws that make up this catching plate for the lock. I've had to rescrew that, and I've had to rescrew the catching plate for the screen door. At the door, thankfully, these screws have never fallen out, but this was so loose that I actually put tape right here because I thought the door, like some kind of flexing occurred to where this lock no longer reached the edge of the door, but that wasn't the problem, it was actually the screw. So this is another section that I would check in order to tighten up. It doesn't feel loose, but I am going to, yes, it does feel loose. I am going to tighten up this piece and the screw in here. Okay, I'm on the roof and I'm pressing against all the Eternabond that I've put on this roof. The Eternabond is on every corner where the roof meets the black plastic trim, where the roof and die core have been put together. I would like to even say that my roof is bulletproof as far as water. But I still do come up here and I press on the turntable just so I know it's still sticking. I haven't had a problem. There's been, I would say, like a corner has peeled a little bit, and that's about it as far as up here. But it's another thing that I have to say, like just looking up here, and I look at all the other RVs up here, and the roofs, they're pretty dark. You can kind of tell the owners don't get up on the roof, they don't check. And for me, I'm not comfortable doing that. Now, they might pay somebody to come look, but I want to clean my roof, I'm gonna condition the roof tonight or today. And it's just something that I want to do seasonally. I want to keep up with. It's part of the maintenance. Do I like it? Hell no. I don't want to be up here. I don't want to work on my days off. But if it helps keep this roof checked, if it helps keep this roof healthy, I definitely want to do that. I don't want to make a post in a Facebook group with that big ring coming from my ceiling. So it's worth getting up here. I think it's very important to get up here. I think it's important that you know your RV before water tells you about your RV. So I'm going to continue to press this, and I'm going to get old Starlink off of that AC. I have a bolt running through the plastic covering of the AC unit, like this one right here. I felt like that was best for me for that specific mount. We're not using our Starlink right now because the T-Mobile at home has been perfect for us, and that's only $55 versus $150, which I will be using Starlink, and I'll always ask to not be put by trees just in case the cell phone service is terrible and I need the Starlink. All right, I'm going to provide you with top-notch entertainment here. Oh yeah, it's okay. Alrighty. Now, and you get a good view of Mommy while Daddy goes outside. Yeah, you can look at the camera too. So you think you can hold off here while we clean up for a little bit? Huh? Yeah, oh, okay. I think that was yeah. Is that okay? All right. I'm gonna go outside. I'll be right back. Uh-oh. Stage 1. Now, what are the challenges to getting your RV ready before you leave? Well, nothing really. Right now, it's just cleaning. And I cut my contract off on Wednesday so I can spend Thursday and Friday just getting deep cleaning done, and then we can visit Saturday and Sunday. Well, we only visited, and it was short visits, but multiple visits and some eventful things that we had to attend. But this is the end of a season. Spring is upon us, so it's time to do some spring cleaning and some season maintenance. I'm not going to do it today, but I am going to do it when we get to Arkansas. I'm going to get on the roof and condition the roof. Arrealle's going to clean out the vents now that we're done using heat at night and in the day. Replace the foil tape that is down there. I think I kicked the camera. I'm trying to think of some other things that we have to do. Normally we get behind the couches anyway because we have Chief, and Chief's dog hair gets underneath the couch and floats. So we'll clean that, but that's an every month kind of thing. And I think that's really about it besides getting to this laundry that got behind. But these RVs don't stay clean. Just a few items make me feel like the RV is dirty, in a sense, or messy, or just needs to be cleaned up because, it's a lot smaller here. But now that I'm thinking about it, and it's happening now, but we're actually okay at this moment. The biggest challenge, or what feels like it's slowing us down, is Noah. I hate to say that, but he needs that attention. He wants to be held. Well, it slows us down. I would say less than, at least for one of us.
It's not. I don't think it's necessarily if he wants to be held. He just needs something.
Some kind of attention. Well, the holding is the biggest thing for him. But it's like 75% of productivity is cut. It's quick, and it's just for one of us. The other person can do everything else. But it's tough, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm loving it though. If I could pause him right now, I would pause him and say, "Stay here." But I kind of want him to talk just a little bit. I want some words. I'd say 5 words, and I'm fine with that. But no. Okay, a couple more. But we're gonna get to some cleaning. I'll kind of discuss some of the stuff I'm looking for as we are seasonal cleaning and preparing to move. So everybody has a different way of getting packed up, different standards, different equipment to move, tie down, and so forth. And we have electric scooters, and all of our stuff when we are actually stationary, a lot of the weight is in the front of the camper. Now, frame flexing is a very hot topic right now. So in order to prevent me from being a part of that club, even though I've seen it's been discussed with more of 17,000 pound and up RVs, or is it 16,000 pound as far as max weight, I do everything I can to shift all the weight to the cargo rack. Well, it's only really the scooters. Sometimes I can put the paddle boards back there, but that just depends on how I can maneuver it. Now we have a different cargo rack. This is shaped differently, not by much, but I think it's a little bit smaller, so I don't know if I'd be able to put the paddle boards back there this time. So the type of cargo bag I'm using doesn't really matter. They're all the same, made material. That at least does the job, but I have seen other people with this same brand, X-Track, and the bags look dry rotted. So I know that's to come for our bag at some point. This is the first time I'm putting this in this cargo rack, which I would say is about an inch or two smaller than the one that we had, but I'll take it. If she sold me this Reese for 50 bucks and she paid 300, I'm okay. Now I know what you're thinking. Take those handlebars off, turn that sideways, and you just condensed your size. Yep, but one of the screws is stripped, and I haven't found somebody that can take it off yet. Hey! My goodness, man, you must be embarrassed. Your nap lasted all of 17 minutes. Yeah? You don't want to go back to that, do you? I didn't think so. Okay, come on. Let's get out of here. All right. Noah's entertainment factor lasted 5 seconds. So we called in the big guns. And food. I care. Now that the scooters are out of the pass-through, that really opens up this much room. But the only thing that goes in here is the stroller, which doesn't take up that amount of room. But they actually fit in here at the same time. Really, all this stuff here is just the covers for the hammock seat, and then my tool bag goes underneath this shelf. So it really opens up a lot of space. I will say, I do feel like I should sell my Rhino because we've only been to one RV park that didn't have sewage hookups. I don't know. I've avoided them ever since. It wasn't a bad experience. It's just another object to lug around. Today is the goodbye visitation day before me and Arrealle leave for Arkansas. And I think no one knows it because he's been fussy since we got here. Poor guy. So fussy. Tell him.
That's what tomorrow's gonna be for.
You're okay, man. You okay? You just want to move in? Yeah, you want to move in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, shoot.
I give you my room.
Let me get the papers and
I give you my room.
Oh. That's all you needed, huh? Yeah, he's okay. He just sat sad.
Yeah, don't leave me.
Toss it.
Okay, Chief, come on, let's get in the back. Back up, back up, back up, back up. And go. There you go.
Can't see you. Oh. And that's all, folks. Oh, wait, I said it wrong. And that's our show.
Yeah.
That's right.
Grandma and Grandpa feed him.
Oh yeah, he come have some biscuits with me.
And he'll have full diapers. Like,
Yeah.
stuff will be in there.
Oh, yeah.
Chief, stop looking at. Don't look that.